ooh, fancy wee. So, right here we got this little guy. We got a shield. I'm making a shield. No, what else do you want me to say? It's a shield. It's meant to protect people and stuff. I guess I'll go into like the full on idea of it. So like I was heavily inspired by riot shields and stuff like that. And yeah, I'm not even trying to make this anatomy right. I'm just because it's gonna be covered up. I just need like basic knowledge of where the arm is gonna be and whatnot. Yeah, so yeah, I gave him like little chicken legs. It was just a little joke at the time. But yeah, it's a shield, so it's meant to protect the body. And I was thinking at first like it was gonna be retractable, like it's gonna like shift into itself, like fold into like the center, like all those little like nuggets that you see on the left side, like the glowy parts are supposed to like fold in, like they're supposed to slide into each other. From that point right there that I just drew, but I guess it just didn't work out the way I planned. Like I was trying to make it like work in my head and I couldn't do it. So I just like decided to just have it just straight up out. And when I made the sprite design, obviously the one on the left right there, it really was heavily inspired by I can't remember. I just had a brain aneurysm or whatever you want to call it. I just my brain just blacked out. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Like it's just a shield that I really wanted to make. In the game, you're supposed to be able to like grab onto it, like the old like the old beat 'em ups and stuff like that, where you just like rush in there and just like grab somebody and just start railing on them. All they're supposed to do is just like go in front of you, like Mega Man. Like yeah, Mega Man's a better example. Like the Mega Man enemies, where they just like literally just walk up on you and just like stand there and just like hit me, hit me, and they do like what I'm saying. But I didn't want it to be like that simplified, so I gave them a shield bash technique that allowed them to fight back. So when you're close there and they're just taking hits, you just amplifies them and whatnot. It's not like they're getting stronger or anything like that. It's literally just yeah. I still to this day don't know why I did like as much detail as I did on that arm. Like I really felt like maybe we were gonna see it, through the shield. But yeah, sometimes I do that. Like I guess it's in the moment. I just need to figure it out for myself, and I really need to process it. So yeah. As you can tell, like right here, I'm not trying to get that like how do you say the perspective right. I'm just trying to get the feel right because this was like a low level card, and low level cards I really tried to keep under like 15 minutes, which I'm not sure if I did for this one at all. I think like everything took me way longer because like when it comes down to like 15 minutes and then you make a mistake and or you start questioning stuff or you're really high and you just started making up your own shit, like saying like all right, maybe if I had this, maybe if I had that, and that kind of yeah, it stipulates that. So yeah, I'm drawing in those little, cybernetics and whatnot that they're not supposed to really have. They don't have that on the sprites. If you look at the actual sprites, they don't have that crap. Um, yeah, but I really wanted to make the characters and whatnot. Like, there's something about making cards like I don't know. For me, it's like looking at like what cards that really get my I'm saying my engine revving, my cojones. I'm saying reaching full mass is honestly duel master cards are so cool. Like I'm not gonna lie, Magic the Gathering cards are so cool. I still can't honestly play the game. I still to this day don't really understand it. I get the concept off of duel masters because somebody broke it down like that, but then yeah, it was not hitting home. It wasn't fluctuating my Yu-Gi-Oh drive. It wasn't my King Heart of the Cards. If you But Digimon cards too, like oh my god, like the Digimon cards, like that's what really got me into like the Digimon art style. Because like I grew up on like the cartoon and like the old Tamagotchi versions, and like the box art for that shit was so cool to me when I was a kid. Like the first time I got my hands on one of those things, and then like seeing the actual Digimon like card game, that was oh man, that set me on a path. and also like Dragon Ball Z cards, and then Marvel cards. Oh, you know what? I forgot about the Marvel cards. Oh my god, yo, the Marvel cards, the Marvel like I'm not sure if DC came up with like a real line of like comic book cards or whatever. I know they had that mix up matchup one where Marvel and DC kind of did like combined characters and stuff, and like you had to collect this grid, and it was just phenomenal, and I loved every second of it. Like that I collected. Like as kids, if there was a card game towards it, we really didn't understand the rules, so we made up our own stuff like with what we had, and I just loved doing that. Like just taking something and just like making up rules for it, and yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, hey, let's just turn this into a game. Like, we got the art right here, and then yeah, and obviously, as you get older, you realize you can't do that because copyright and stuff. But yeah, yeah, but yeah, there's a shield. I think a game mechanic that we are gonna do for this one was when it was like the beat 'em up stage was basically you could take people like hostage, like you, because I like the idea of of those video games, like those stealth games where you take somebody hostage and just like say interrogate them. Like, is it Sight Filter or is it the Splinter Cell, the one with the guy with the three lights on his head that should be a dead giveaway to his position, but it's for some reason it's not. Um, Oh, I'm sorry. I'm confused. What am I doing here? Oh, I was making it look like glass, I think, or metal. I don't know what I just did right there. That confused the hell out of me. Like, yeah, why did I make all those squiggly lines? But whatever. It's been a while, so I can't remember. Like, I'm pretty sure that's like my glass technique, but that does not look right for some reason. Like, maybe I was just like really, really not understanding concepts and stuff like that. What am I doing? Oh, yeah. So that was like the card layout. So, yeah, that big one on the bottom right is supposed to be the health of the character. That column to the right that you saw was your stats. The one at the bottom was supposed to be your cost, like how much it costs to play this card onto the field one time for your mind, all that good jazz. And yeah, the one to the left was supposed to be the placeholder for the character and the name and some information, some basic information it was gonna fill up with and stuff. So yeah, 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 that's that. Oh, no, I was so excited and like as I started talking, like yeah, yeah, you already know, but yeah, so yeah. What was I talking about earlier? I think I was talking about card games, like just card art. Oh, because I don't think like most of these games were like. To be honest, like I like the Pokemon cards, but full disclosure, I didn't know how to play it, and the game when I finally found out how to actually play the game, because I think I found out based off of a Game Boy Advance game, where it's like why can't I be doing the same like why can't I play this like how I was in real life? And like as the game explained it to me, like, hey, technically you're supposed to play the game this way. I was just like, all right, I'm out. Fuck you. And after that, I never picked up some Pokemon cards. I love the way it smells. Like I don't know why. Like the smell of opening some cards, like it's a fucking beautiful smell. Like a card pack opening that shit and then smelling the cards is like ecstasy. Like, oh my gosh, especially for back then, that was like the crescendo. And then I got Duel Masters. I got into Duel Masters hard. Like Duel Masters was super simple for me to understand. Like everybody else was like, "Yo, this is so complex," and I was like, "Dude, this is like the simplest one out of all of them." Like, hey, you want to do something? Just put your cards right there. There's your currency, and then you can do whatever the fuck you want. So like, as time went on, you just build up your shit, and you could tell exactly what you could do. It was like there was a small build up to it, and I loved it. I loved it. I absolutely loved it, and yeah. But that was short lived. Like me and my friend just like we never. I mean, we collected the cards and we got the like the really super rare. Like I think he got the super rare ones, and I was just like, yo, how the fuck do you keep pulling rares off of booster packs? Like what kind of voodoo shit? Like he was just that lucky, and I respected him for that. Oh man, like I mean, he would like. At first he was losing hard, but once he started unlocking those cards, those booster packs, like god damn, he was just whooping my ass. I just remember just losing constantly to this nigga, and his fucking pack, like oh my yo, the way he was just decimating my shields. I remember it like it was yesterday. It wasn't though, but it was yesterday. Back to the drawing though. Yeah. So those squiggly lines, yeah, that was my glass. That was my glass technique. That lets me know it's glass, glassy or whatever. So yeah, I didn't pause it. By the way, it literally just naturally did that when I talked, and I feel like I titified my Gambies, my Gambinos. Still don't know what that means, but uh you know, I'm not gonna lie, like from the context of um American Dad, I assume Gambino it means child or children or yeah. So like I don't know, like childish Gambino, like to me, like with that context in mind, like his name means childish child, childish Gambino. My Gambinos or Bambi. I don't know. I'm probably getting that wrong, but that doesn't matter because we're talking about art and cards and of magic and stuff. Like man, I mean the dragon cards were like the best ones. I'm not gonna lie. But my friend got the whale one. Oh fuck, he destroyed me with the whale one. At first it was like the first time he played that card, I like you know what I'm saying, not to nerd out, but the first time he played that big ass giant ass whale, I can't remember the name of it. But like he played as like it was the card was all blue and everything, it was all sparkly, you know what I'm saying, it had the holographics on it and everything. I was like, yo, it's shit. Like I mean obviously we saw each other's like it was one of those things where it was like, yo, we saw each other's decks before what you call it, you know, you play, you always want to show off your new card and whatnot. But this time he didn't show. I remember, if I remember correctly, he didn't show off the card first. So I was like, all right, you just want to play. And I was like, all right, I'm just thinking that he just, yeah. So he just like just busted out that card, and I was like, no, ooh wee. Like at first I thought it was garbage, but then I saw like how much it took to summon him. It was like 6 or 7 cards, which was like that's like end game type of status. But he got it like he summoned it like off the like bat. Like he when he get like he built up those mana cards really fast. I can't remember how he did it. Because I think he cheated a little bit, like if I remember correctly, or pulled some like weird ass Yu-Gi-Oh bullshit where he's like, hey, hard the cards, baby. But yeah, no, like yo, this jackass pulls this whale out and is able to like defend and shit. Or I can't remember. Okay, now I'm just like I can't remember how he won with the whale. Honestly, like it escapes me. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure. Like I can't really fluctuate on that side of it right now. But honestly speaking, like I do admit that like my memory is faded like a lot right now. So yeah, I could be like I just remember that, but yeah. Now I'm starting to remember like not remember, but I'm starting to think like, yo, was that all just a dream? Was is anything really just a dream? Or you know what I'm saying, are our memories really concrete? You know, abstract concepts of life and whatnot. Because I'm trying to remember this, and honestly, I remember it 3 different ways, unless you won 3 different times. Because I remember we played on my patio, and then we played at the park, and then like right above some stairs, like in an apartment complex. No, I think he won all those 3 times. That's why, and I'm just being salty about it. But whatever. You know what was a fun game? Yu-Gi-Oh! Up until I found out the rules to this shit. Like I played the funny thing is like when we played the video game played like how we kind of played it to a certain degree. Like that video game on the PlayStation. I remember that like that dark ass card game vibe and shit like that. That was a time waster. Like that literally was a time waster. I don't know what it is about playing card games on consoles or just on in a video game format. Maybe because like I just didn't have like the enough friends to really subdate my obsession with these card games and stuff like that. And then yeah, man, I just wish that like you. my friends knew how to play this shit because like most of us were just like, yo, we're doing like a lot of stupid, other type of vibes and shit. So it's like it's hard to like say accept other vibes over other vibes. You get what I'm saying, right? Because yeah, that's just like commonplace for friends and stuff. It's like a compromising dance. Like, hey, I like basketball. I like basketball. Do you like Pokemon cards? Fuck no, I hate Pokemon cards. Like, damn it. But I do like that the Pokemon game is like, I like the Digimon games better. I'm like, oh, you're that type of douchebag. And I was like, yes, yes I am. I still to this day don't see what the fuck like why can't now think about it. Nope, nope. Yeah, I could see I could extremely see why. Um, because Pokemon is wrong. That's why. No, I'm joking. I am a Digimon fan. I prefer Digimon over Pokemon any day of the week for this reason only. Pokemon is all about enslaving a bunch of animals and making them do your bidding, and then tossing them in a computer when you're done with them. Digimon is all about building bonds and friendship and actually taking care of like the whole focus of Digimon isn't to like just catch them all. It's literally to be friends. Like be friends with them motherfuckers. Like Pokemon the anime rather than Pokemon the game. Because Pokemon the game makes you a soulless monster that just captures whatever the fuck you can get your hands on and shit. But oh man, Pokemon the anime makes you feel like there is actually a bond of friendship and stuff like that. That's what really got me on Pokemon. And I started to slowly realize like, hey, maybe Pokemon is pretty okay. And then you talk to everybody about playing the game and whatnot, and then you're like, yeah, I can see why. It's like that competitive scene and shit. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's Digimon. Like some people missed the mark on Digimon as well. There's like, you know what? It's all about raising the strongest monster in the world. Like that is part of it, but it's through bonds and friendship. Bonds and friendship. You just gotta bonds and friendship. And no friendship is perfect. You know what I'm saying? No relationship is perfect. So you gotta just roll with the punches sometimes. Sometimes roll with the punches. Hmm. God damn. No, Digimon was really yeah. I'm honestly going back and rewatching like not like episode per episode. I just have it playing in the background like season 3, and I'm trying to I glimpse here and there, and man, that is a beautiful show. All right, let's see. This is pretty much it. If I remember correctly, that's about it. Yeah, that's what the card looks like. All right, you guys have a wonderful day. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask them or whatever. If you want to see more of these, stupid stuff, I guess, like and subscribe. But it's YouTube. You're just gonna go on to the next one, and I appreciate that, and I salute you, sayas. All right, you all stay up. Peace out.